Here with two Tamaqua area athletes who will be competing at state championships. Bronson, Strouse in wrestling, Lexi, Kersetter in swimming. Should you guys be practicing? Like, what is it like now? You made it to state. Does it calm down a little bit, or are you jumping in the pool later?
It's not easy. I mean, you increase the yardage, you drop the time. It's not easy at all.
So the work is still going on now. It's not just like I could just coast in the States.
Oh no, you keep going, you want to place at states.
And Bronson, how about you, man? You hitting the wrestling room in a little bit, or?
Yeah, it's more quieter, practicing with my coaches and finding other people to wrestle with from other schools because there's really no one else to wrestle with.
I want to talk about this though, Bronson. How familiar are you with the sport of swimming? I mean, do you know how it's scored? I mean, do you ever go to a meet or anything?
No.
No? Are you a good swimmer?
Not really.
Do you remember when you learned how to swim? My Uncle Eddie threw me in the pool, and that's how I learned. Do you remember how you learned?
My dad threw me in the pool.
How'd you do when you got tossed in?
Good. I like doggy paddle.
Now, Lexi, what do you know about wrestling? I mean, do you know some of the moves or how it's scored?
Not much. I just know you try to get on top of the other person, I guess, and take them down.
It's a good strategy, right?
Yeah.
That could work. Well, we're all learning things here today. Bronson, I want to come over to you. You're a sophomore. You barely missed states last year. Making it this year, I want to talk about your road to getting to states. I mean, were you excited to get that far last year, or was it kind of frustration of, oh, I was so close, I could have made it?
Frustration and had to work harder.
When you say work harder, what did you have to do? I mean, after you getting the experience and seeing at regionals what it really took, what did you really work on?
My shots more and getting ahead in the first period and lowering down my carbs because I'm a diabetic too.
Oh, no kidding. So you have to also factor that in. How much of a challenge has that been in your wrestling career?
It's hard, but I get through it.
When did you learn that? I mean, when did you find out that you were diabetic?
Like 2 years ago.
So to make it, take me through this. Now, you finished second at districts. How do you feel it went at districts and regionals? You happy with the results?
I thought I could have did better because at districts I wasn't feeling the best, and then regionals I was in the semis and lost the next three. So I thought I could have did better, but.
So how do you take that now as you go to states? Because you've qualified for states, and maybe you say, yeah, I left. So you still think you can wrestle a little bit better when you get out to Hershey?
Yeah, a lot better actually.
What made you fall in love with it? Why did you like it?
I think I just liked how I glide across the water and jumping in. Like everyone's like, oh, it's so cold, but I'm like, just swimming off, and I like doing flip turns and starts. Just a way to get out my stress and aggression.
When did you realize I'm good at this? Like, this is something not only do I enjoy, but I have some talent in this.
Well, 8th grade year and freshman year, I broke my tibia, so I was out for that season, and then I decided to come back sophomore year. And I actually placed at district, second place in the 100 backstroke, so I realized, oh, I'm actually not too bad yet, so why not stick with it? And then this year, being a district champion, it's amazing. I'd never had that feeling before.
Take me through the race. What did you say? It was 200 freestyle, so 200 free. Take me through the race that you had at district.
Well, 200 freestyle, I was seated second with a time of around 2:04, so the girl next to me was a 2:01, so I figured, okay, as long as I stick with her, I'll be all right. And I dove in, and I was right with her the whole time. In the last 2 laps, I was like, okay, you need to push it. You want that gold medal, and that's what I did. I hit the wall, and I had so much excitement. I was like, I won.
What's the first thing you thought about when you found out you won? What was the first thing that popped into your head?
I thought about my family, my mom, how happy she must be, my grandparents, how they were like, she finally did it. I've been waiting for how long for her to do this.
I mean, it seems like you can enjoy it. I mean, you accomplished this district championship, but you want more. I mean, you want to go to states, maybe get a medal at states?
I do. It's a big obstacle, but anything's possible.
What do you have to do? I kind of asked Bronson, what are you working on to maybe get there? Or what was something you worked on this season to get where you're at?
Better turns, better streamline. Don't breathe as much. I mean, it's usually 3 strokes for every breath, but I'm trying to work on maybe 4 or 5.
Well, good luck to both of you as you compete for state championships. I thank you so much for your time here today. Bronson will be wrestling this weekend. Lexi will be swimming in 2 weeks. That's at Bucknell, right? Bucknell and out at Hershey this weekend. Look out for the 2 Blue Raiders.